What happens when a billionaire becomes president? From golden elevators to private jets and luxurious golf resorts, Donald Trump brought his signature lavish style to the White House. But was this billionaire lifestyle maintained or magnified while he held the highest office in the land? Let's dive into the extraordinary world of Donald Trump's billionaire lifestyle as U.S. president. The man before the office. Before he ever stepped into the Oval Office, Donald Trump was already a household name. Born into wealth, Trump inherited real estate holdings from his father, Fred Trump, and turned them into a global brand. With buildings branded with his name, a reputation built on high-end living, and a personality made for television, Trump lived a life of extravagance long before politics entered the picture. From his penthouse in Trump Tower, reportedly covered in 24-karat gold and inspired by Louis XIV's Versailles, to his fleet of helicopters and Boeing 757 jet with gold-plated seatbelt buckles, Trump epitomized the image of opulence. But what happens when a billionaire, used to private chefs and five-star resorts, transitions into a role historically associated with modesty, public service, and government protocol? Trump Tower to the White House. When Trump was elected in 2016, he didn't just win the presidency, he brought his lifestyle with him. Unlike his predecessors, Trump was reluctant to give up his personal comforts. While most presidents immediately relocate to the White House, Trump chose to spend more time at Trump Tower in New York and Mar-a-Lago in Florida. His self-proclaimed Winter White House, MarALago, a private club and resort in Palm Beach, became a hub for Trump's presidential activities. He hosted world leaders there, including Chinese President Xi Jinping. The resort featured ballrooms, chandeliers, a private beach, and luxury suites, offering a presidential setting unlike any before. Critics called it self-promotion. Supporters saw it as redefining presidential diplomacy. Either way, it was undeniably luxurious. Air travel. Billionaire style. One of the biggest shifts in lifestyle for Trump wasn't about getting access to better transport, it was about switching from private luxury to military protocol. Trump's personal jet, the Boeing 757, dubbed Trump Force One, was a palace in the sky. It featured gold fixtures, leather seats, and his family crest embroidered into the interior. But as president, Trump flew Air Force One, a modified Boeing 747, yet he still made it his own. While every president uses Air Force One, Trump often remarked on the improvements he wanted, including upgrading the design and even proposing a new color scheme, red, white, and blue instead of the iconic baby blue. He also initiated the process for building a next-generation Air Force One, with a projected cost of over $4 billion. Lavish? Some said yes. Trump said it was about modernizing and making it look more American. Golf and more golf. Trump has long been associated with golf. As president, he didn't leave that passion behind. In fact, he embraced it, spending over 300 days of his presidency at golf courses, many of which he owned. From Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey, to his course in Scotland, Trump blended work with pleasure. He held meetings on the greens, invited dignitaries to join, and continued to manage and promote his golf empire, despite criticism over potential conflicts of interest. Each golf property was meticulously maintained, luxurious, and fit for a billionaire, and now a president. The first family's lifestyle. The Trump family brought a new kind of glamour to Washington. Melania Trump, a former model, continued to dress in haute couture, Dior, Dolce & Gabbana, and Ralph Lauren, even for public events. Her fashion choices often made headlines, setting trends and sparking debates. Meanwhile, the Trump children, Don Jr., Ivanka, Eric, and Tiffany, maintained high-profile roles. Ivanka and her husband, Jared Kushner, became senior White House advisors and often appeared at official events dressed in luxury fashion. The entire family was known to travel in style, often using private jets and security details rivaling movie stars and royals. Inside the White House, Trump style even within the historic halls of the White House, Trump made his mark. He added gold curtains to the Oval Office, installed new furniture, and even placed a Diet Coke button on his desk. Yes, a real button to summon his favorite drink. He frequently dined on fast food. McDonald's and KFC were favorites, but when hosting dignitaries, the settings were worthy of any billionaire: fine china, crystal glassware, and multi-course meals. While the White House has always been elegant, Trump gave it a personal billionaire twist. Less tradition, more branding. Presidential paycheck? Not needed in. A move that highlighted his billionaire status, Trump famously declined his $400,000 presidential salary. Instead, he donated it each quarter to various government departments and causes, including Veterans Affairs and the National Park Service. While the gesture was largely symbolic compared to his reported wealth, it reinforced the idea that Trump didn't come to the White House for the money. He already had plenty. But this also raised questions about the expenses incurred during his frequent trips to his private properties, where Secret Service and government officials would stay, often paying top dollar to Trump-owned businesses. Controversies and conflicts with wealth and luxury came scrutiny. Critics raised concerns over the use of taxpayer funds at Trump properties. For example, every time Trump visited Mar-a-Lago, government officials and the Secret Service stayed nearby, sometimes at Trump-owned facilities. That meant federal money was, in some cases, going into Trump's own businesses. There were also ethical questions. Should a sitting president be promoting his own hotels and resorts? Should foreign dignitaries stay at Trump International Hotel in D.C.? Supporters argued that Trump had sacrificed more wealth than he gained. Detractors called it unprecedented self-enrichment. Post-presidency reflections. Since leaving office, Donald Trump has continued to live like a billionaire. He spends time between Mar-a-Lago and his Bedminster resort, hosts lavish events, and remains in the spotlight. His brand, though battered by political battles, continues to appeal to millions. His real estate holdings, golf courses, and merchandise empire remain symbols of a billionaire who took a detour through the White House and brought his lifestyle with him. Donald Trump changed the way America and the world sees presidential life. Whether admired or criticized, his time in office redefined the intersection of politics and wealth. Trump didn't just govern, he did it his way, with all the gold, glitz, and luxury that comes with being a billionaire. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Trump's billionaire lifestyle as president, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more luxury and success lifestyle content. Leave a comment below. What surprised you the most about Trump's time in office?